Welcome to NAC News. I'm Trevor Madison,
I'm Jaden Wheat.
and in this broadcast we'll cover world news and school news.
Tonight's top story is the Las Vegas shooting. To Maggie for more on that.
On October 1st, 2017, Stephen Paddock shot into the crowd of a music festival from his hotel room balcony, killing 59 people and injuring 527 others. The horrific event has been labeled the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, taking the place of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando as the deadliest. When forces began closing in on Paddock, he took his own life. After the shooting, officers searched Paddock's room and found 23 weapons, thousands of rounds of ammunition, and ingredients to make explosives. Many stories came flooding in of heroism as strangers became each other's heroes to get people out. Blood banks were overflowing with people donating blood, and the Welcome to Las Vegas sign was surrounded by a cross for each victim. In total, 22,000 people fled from the gunman and carried out wounded in pickup trucks, cars, and taxis. Authorities have now brought in Paddock's girlfriend to question her. Lots of people are now calling for stricter gun control laws in wake of this tragedy. Senator Bernie Sanders tweeted this 3 days after the shooting. There is no reason for any civilian to own an automatic weapon. Investigations into this attack are still ongoing. This is Maggie Grisho, NAC News, signing off.
All right. Wow, that was tragic. You know what else is tragic is the Chiefs' first loss of the season, over to Tyler with the Chiefs' success in their first loss.
So Leckler into punt. This will be his fourth of the night. Hill is back to accept it. 18-yard line. Avoids the first guy. It's around the corner. Down the sideline he goes with blocking. Inside the 30, Tyreek Hill. Sooner or later, he'll pull this off. 52-yard kick and an 82-yard return.
The Chiefs started their season against the defending Super Bowl champions, the New England Patriots. The Chiefs had lost their starting running back, Spencer Ware, in preseason due to injury. They were having to start rookie running back Kareem Hunt. Hunt fumbled on his first NFL carry. That did not stop him from having a great game. He finished with 2 receiving and 1 rushing touchdown. Smith also had a total of 4 passing touchdowns, and they upset the Patriots. The Chiefs' starting safety also went out with an Achilles injury. He is expected to be out for the rest of the season. The final score was 42-27 Kansas City. Week 2, they got to go against Andy Reid's old team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Hunt had another incredible game. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, then tight end Travis Kelce had himself a receiving touchdown. They won the game, finishing at 27-20. Los Angeles Chargers were the next team to beat. Hunt had a rushing touchdown, and Tyreek Hill had a receiving touchdown. The defense had another great game with 3 interceptions. The game finished 24-10. Against the Redskins, they had a close game. Smith had a rushing and passing touchdown, Kelce had a receiving touchdown, and the defense scored on a last-second play. The Chiefs also signed Harrison Butker off the Panthers practice squad. He is the new kicker who replaced Cairo Santos. Chiefs won 29-20. Next week, they played the Houston Texans. Smith had 3 passing touchdowns, 2 to West and 1 to D'Anthony Thomas. Texans star J.J. Watt went down in this game. He is out for the season with a knee injury. At the end of the game, wide receiver Chris Conley went down on a kickoff. He is likely out for the season. The Chiefs finished 42-34. Against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Chiefs had their first loss of the season. The game ended 19-13. Pittsburgh running back Le'Veon Bell rushed for 179 yards and had a touchdown. The Chiefs had a receiving touchdown from D'Anthony Thomas. Chiefs cornerback Marcus Peters had 1 interception during the game. And this is Tyler Shimon from NAC News signing off.
Speaking of football, did you get to watch the homecoming game this?
I did.
Well, there's a lot more to homecoming than just football because the juniors won the float building for the 3rd year in a row.
It's rigged. The sophomores was definitely better.
2 weeks ago, North Andover had its homecoming. It included dress-up days, float building, a bonfire, parade, homecoming game, and dance. The theme this year was Cardinals Save the Game. The dress-up days fit the theme with Marvel, DC, Supervillain, Red, White, and Black Day. Every day during homecoming, the Spirit Games were played. This year's Spirit Games were tug of war. The juniors won the Spirit Games, but were defeated by the staff members for the finale. The freshmen won the dress-up days. The freshmen also won the poster contest. Wednesday night, float building started and continued Thursday, all school day. Thursday night, the bonfire took place where the winners of the poster, dress-up days, and float were announced. The juniors were announced the winners of the float building. The freshmen won the Spirit Stick this year for garnering the highest total points for this week's activities. On Friday, there was only a half a day of school. When school was let out, the parade began at 2 p.m. in Balco. The football game began at 7 p.m. against Albany Warriors. The Warriors struck first with a touchdown, but North Andrew was able to pull ahead and win in the third quarter. Finally, the last part of homecoming was the dance. This year's dance was the first to require formal dressing.
And congratulations to Lance Strebe and Kaylee Officer for winning Homecoming King and Queen. And congratulations to all the Cardinals for having a successful homecoming this year.
While the band did exceptionally in the homecoming parade, they've also been very successful in other areas. Tell us some more about that, Jaden.
Let's watch my story now.
The Marching Cardinals, under the direction of Mr. Stephen Till, had another successful season this year. The drum majors this year are Jaden Bowen and Faith Atkins. This is Jaden's first year as a drum major and Faith's second. The Marching Cardinals got to experience new competitions this season, including Carrollton Band Day for the first time ever. The Marching Cardinals began their season on September 24th in Carrollton, Iowa. The band placed 8th in marching. At Carrollton, the Cardinals also showed off the drumline for the first ever competition. The drumline knows how to keep a good rhythm, and without it, the band wouldn't succeed, says drumline member Patty Griever. The drumline this year consists of Emily Cole, Nicholas Taylor, Dylan Messick, Brody Herbert, Jade Herbert, Logan Wilmus, Dawson Mercer, Nicholas Kretz, Corbin Warren, Kirsten Thomas, Ryan Coates, J.T. Griever, and Patty Griever. Their next competition was held on September 30th in Clarinda, Iowa at the Southwest Iowa Jamboree. The Marching Cardinals earned recognition at Clarinda, and the Cardinals earned 7th place out of 20 bands. Director Till had this to say about the season. It was definitely a unique experience for us getting out and trying the waters at Carrollton and Trenton. Our drumline really enjoyed the experience, and I think our students enjoyed the new atmosphere as well. We're already looking forward to the next season. The Marching Cardinals just wrapped up their season at Trenton, Missouri Band Day. Unfortunately, the marching band did not compete because of impending bad weather. The drumline, however, took their routine and got to show off one last time for this year. Overall, the marching season was a mix of new experiences and recognition, but left room to improve for the upcoming concert season.
Band isn't the only thing wrapping up this year. We also have our 5th and 6th grade Scholar Bowl. To Hunter with that story.
They say it's better to teach them when they're younger. This was a decent season for the North Andrew 5th and 6th grade Scholar Bowl team. They finished with a 7-8 record on the season while having 3 high achievers for the year. For this year, Jed Donahue earned Rookie of the Year by scoring 19 points on the season. Trey McDaniel was given MVP, or Most Valuable Player, because he scored 31 points on the year, which was huge for the team. Trey was an essential academic athlete that spiked the points up for the team with his quick buzzing and skillful answering system. Their captains were Rihanna Hatfield and Trey McDaniel. They really helped keep the team together. In all, this is a pretty great year for the 5th and 6th grade Scholar Bowl team, but Coach Mr. Wiedmer stated that this was a really fun year with a great group of kids. We struggled in the second quarter on a lot of stuff, so that really hurt us in the overall standings. We didn't get the trophy we were hoping for, but they were all winners in my heart. I hope the kids continue to be a part of the Scholar Bowl teams here at North Andrew in middle school and high school. This is Hunter Grimes at NAC News, signing out.
Now over to the sports desk with all the latest Cardinal action.
Thanks, Jaden. North Andrew Junior High fall sports finished up their seasons. We'll look at football first. They finished with a record of 4-2.
The North Andrew Junior High football team wrapped up their season last Monday against Bramer. The Cardinals went 4-2 on the season with losses to Fall City Sacred Heart and a heartbreaking overtime loss against King City. Kyle Houston quarterbacked the team, while Hayden Ecker led the offense in rushing behind key linemen Andrew Goff and Eli Lillard. Kaiser Shunk and Keaton Tipton were key contributors to the defense, leading the team in tackles. Jake Johnson and Chance Warner were also important parts to this year's team. Head coach Speckman had this to say about the season, quote, "I was excited to see so much progress from our players this year. Lots of players took advantage of the opportunity to get better. Our team goals were to make sure that players got better and we had a good experience so players would keep coming out for the football season. We feel like we met those goals as a team, end quote. Coach Speckman also wanted to give thanks to the season supporters. Quote, we had great parental support, great support from the cheer squads and all of North Andrew Cardinal Nation. We appreciate the support, end quote. We caught up with Cardinal running back Hayden Ecker to talk about the season.
I'm standing here with North Andrew Junior High football running back Hayden Ecker. Hayden, at the start of the season you were playing quarterback, but then later in the season you moved to running back. What was the reason for that?
Cooper Simmons got hurt, so we didn't have a three-back.
And then with him getting hurt, how big of a loss was that to the team?
I mean, pretty big, you know. We lost another player, you know, and lose a starter. So,
Yeah.
it's pretty big.
All right, and then as you look back on the season, what are some of your best memories or things that you'll take away from the season?
Probably the first game. That was really fun.
Alrighty, and then looking forward to next junior high season, what are some things that you guys are going to change or try to do different to improve?
You know, we're probably going to have some new players, lose some good players.
Alright, I'm here with Hayden Ecker and Trevor Madison reporting NAC News. Next up is junior high softball. They highlighted their season with the first place finish in the King City tournament. They finished with a record of 10-3.
North Andrew Junior High softball team finished their season with a record of 10-3. The Cardinals won first place in the King City tournament. The only losses came from Pattonsburg, Worth County, and Mid-Buchanan. North Andrew is managed by Chantry Child and Tricia Anderson. The Cardinals were led offensively by Madison Kern and Riley Tipton, who both had batting averages over 500. Riley Tipton, Michaela Seibert, and Maddie Fisher had batting averages over 400. Madison Kern also led the Lady Cardinals on the mound, pitching 31 in the third inning, striking out 44 batters, and only allowing 14 hits on the season. Riley Tipton also helped pitching, logging 20 and 2/3 innings, striking out 25, and only allowing 13 hits on the year. We visited with Madison Kern about the season.
With North Andrew star junior high softball pitcher Madison Kern. Madison, by and large, were you happy with the season and how it turned out?
I'm really happy with the season. I think we did actually pretty.
And then also with you pitched some, also Emma Tipton pitched some, and then you moved to first. So how big of a change was that for the team? And do you like pitching or playing first more?
It wasn't that big of a change with the team, and I like pitching probably more than playing first.
All right, and then also, how big of a win was the King City tournament first place finish for you guys on the season?
It was really good. I actually really liked it. Good to get first place in both tournaments.
All right, and then also you and Riley Tipton both batted over 500 for the season, as well as many other players who batted over 400. How big of a help was that for your guys' offensive scoring this year?
Well, it was really good because you have to hit to score runs, and that's how you win ball games.
All right, I'm with Madison Kern and Trevor Madison reporting on NAC News. And that's a look at sports. Back to the news desk. Thanks for watching. That concludes broadcast 3 of season 2 of NAC News.